Good morning, beginning farmer friends. It is kind of chilly, windy, and foggy this morning, but we are on the way up to like 52 degrees, which for December 8th seems pretty warm for Iowa. And then the next 2 days, we're supposed to get into the mid to upper 50s. Then it becomes December. I'm headed to town right now because I've actually got a bunch of different things that I need to do in town. But today is a CSA day, and it is also almost the end of our CSA year. So I'm going to be preparing a letter to hand out to my CSA members, thanking them for an amazing CSA year, especially considering all the ups and downs of this year. But I'm really excited about 2021 CSA, so I'm gonna get a letter out for them, start having people sign up. The way we do it is people sign up for a year at a time. So this CSA for 2021 will run January through December, which means a decent amount of cash infusion coming over in the next 4 weeks, which is good as we head into the new year. All right, that was productive, I would say. I got a lot of work done. I got my letters for the CSA shares so I can hand those out to my customers tonight. I've got a lot to do though, so it is time to go put some bustle in our hustle, or some hustle in our bustle, or I don't know. There's a lot to do yet today. It's already almost noon. We've got to leave at 3:30 for the CSA, so I'm trying to say we got to get going. It is 12:14 right now. I've got 18 CSA shares to pack, throw in the coolers, and then we've got a lot more running around to do. This is one of those days where I am not going to get everything done that I want to get done, but we're going to get as much done as we can. I don't know how much that's going to be though. I've got the CSA shares packed and loaded in the truck. I am going to make a couple phone calls, send a couple emails, see if there isn't a little extra that I can deliver today. It's kind of an off week for me, I guess I would say, as far as the CSA deliveries go, because I didn't send out an email this week where people could buy and purchase and things like that. So hopefully it'll just be a quick delivery. Drop in, drop off the CSA shares, drop out. So, wow, that's loud. If you watched the previous video, you know that I've got a problem with my grinder mixer in that the auger doesn't turn, but the hydraulic motor does turn. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's kind of not in the right spot right now, but right here there are a couple bolts that hopefully, I'm guessing, tension down on the shaft of this auger right here. I thought maybe the problem's there. So I grabbed a 1/2 wrench and I started to try to loosen the bolt. And before I had hardly done anything, it snapped off, of course. I don't have the tools required to take that out here at this shop, which means this grinder mixer needs to travel down to my cousin's house. That's not a huge deal, except for this. Today is Tuesday, and I'm gonna go work with him on Friday on this grinder mixer and on the 4430. I'm gonna need some feed before then. And I can only think of one way that I can do that feed. And it's gonna be a slow process.
When I was a boy, my mama used to say, son, don't you ever let them see you.
Actually, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. I got it up to the number that I need to get it at. It took, I don't know, a little under 20 minutes. I did make a little bit of a mess down here with corn spilled all over the place, but at least I have feed. I'll be able to feed the pigs. And then on Friday, when we are ready to work on this, I'll just be able to take it down to my cousin's, where we have a torch. I think the torch is the main thing we're gonna need. All the other tools I have. A torch, we're gonna need to get a torch for the shop. Back to the CSA. I think I mentioned earlier that we have 18 deliveries today. That's members picking up. All told, we have maybe 32 members total between our different days and our different locations. That's a good number for us. I don't know at this point if we could handle any more than that, because we like to be able to provide a good variety, and that's about where our variety maxes out. Maybe we could hit 40, probably would be tops right now. So it's not a huge part of our business, but I think it's a pretty important part of our business, and I kind of wanted to talk about why it's an important part, especially as we're doing signups today. If you're not familiar with the CSA model, let me give you a quick 10,000 foot overview. Basically, the model is this. It stands for Community Supported Agriculture, and our customers pay us at the beginning of the year for a subscription of meat all year long. In our case, we have whole shares, half shares, and quarter shares that are a different amount of meat and a different amount of delivery dates, and then they choose what goes into their share. Along with the Meat CSA, our other two main avenues of selling are whole and half hogs and individual cuts. Places like farmers markets, like our CSA drop-offs, and a few restaurants that we work with. I will be completely honest, in a perfect world, we would sell 200 pigs by whole and half. I would just love that. Drop the pigs off, collect the money, have people pick up the meat from the locker. That would be the perfect world. But right now, I don't see that happening. And the CSA is kind of the next best thing when it comes to sales. It's the next step down from the whole and half hogs. The way our sales season breaks down, we sell most of our individual cuts during market season. And we sell a few here in front of the cheese shop at our CSA drop-off and at various times throughout this season. But most of our individual cut sales come in that May through October time period, and a little bit of November and a little bit of December. So having a little influx of cash right now works out great. With the whole and half hogs, they just kind of come in and out as the season goes along, especially this year when we haven't had as many whole and half hogs available as we would have liked.
Well, I tried to obey the word she said that day, but now I'm running now.
Having the CSA money come in December and January is really perfect timing. You know, we just bought a bunch of corn stalk bales and straw for bedding for the year. We filled our grain bin with corn, and we have a variety of other expenses that kind of come around this time of the year. So having this money come in at this time of year just works out well for the flow of our business and those puzzle pieces going together. The greatest thing about our CSA though is the relationships that we've built through our CSA. Yes, it's nice to get that cash flow. Yes, it's great to have that consistent thing where we know we're going to go through this much meat every other week or twice a month, whatever it is. But just to be able to build the relationships, we have some customers that have been with us for 6 years. That's every single year that we've had a CSA. So we've gotten to know them, we've seen families grow, and we've been able to grow with our CSA members. So the CSA model has been good for us as a piece of our overall farm marketing process. Besides the influx of cash and the great relationships that we build with our customers, another great thing about the Meat CSA for us is that I come home with basically empty coolers. It's not like the farmer's market where I have to guess what people are going to buy and then hope that I bring enough of that or that I even have it. In this case, I send out an email, everybody picks what they want, and then I take them what they picked off of that list. It is kind of a great feeling to know exactly what you need to take and then come home with empty coolers to boot. Although I do take extra meat to sell, so I've got a little bit to put away tonight.
My father drifted away, my mother's dead and gone, my sister died of shame, my brother never came home.
Thank you for coming along on the journey with me today. It was a wild ride. We talked CSA, we ground feed one bucket at a time. That was a first for me. I think what I'm hoping to do in these videos, and I hope that's coming across, is I'm trying to show you the trials and errors of my beginning farmer journey. Yeah, I'm 12 years in, but I am still beginning farmer and I am still on a journey, that is for sure. So hopefully some of this helps. I know that the comments that you all have placed down below have helped me think about things in a lot of different ways. So if you do have thoughts, put them in the comments down below. Give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Wait, don't go anywhere. I forgot to tell you what we were gonna do with this influx of CSA money that's coming in. Let me tell you this. I made some phone calls today. Let me rephrase that. I left some messages today because we are ready to do the next step on the shed project. I'm not going to be doing it. It is one of these pieces outside of my area of expertise. So I made some phone calls, left some messages. We are going to try to take the next step in this shed project. You're going to have to stick around and see what that's all about. All right, back to the video, or the ending of the video. Hopefully tomorrow we fix things instead of break things. I don't know. It's 50-50. You never know what's going to happen around here.